So now, today I am going to discuss the topic. It is about the Fourier transform. We'll see first infinite, infinite Fourier transform. Fourier transform of f of x. Infinite Fourier transform of f of x. So now, first we'll discuss infinite Fourier series Fourier transform formula. అమ్మాయి ఎవరైనా స్క్రీన్ షాట్ తీయండి నాకు అటెండెన్స్కి మళ్ళీ అది ఐ వాంట్ టు బి సెండ్ దట్ స్క్రీన్ షాట్. ఎవరైనా ఒక స్క్రీన్ షాట్ తీసి నాకు వాట్సాప్ చేయండి. సో నౌ ఇన్ ద ఫోరియర్ ట్రాన్స్ఫార్మ్ ద ఫస్ట్ ఫార్ములా ఫోరియర్ ట్రాన్స్ఫార్మ్ ఆఫ్ ఫోరియర్ ట్రాన్స్ఫార్మ్ Fourier transform of f of x. Ever Fourier transform f of x Fourier transform is given by f of capital F of f of x. So Fourier transform is denoted by capital F of x, or you can also call it as a f of p. You can call f of x capital F of x or f of p, okay, and is defined by, how it will be defined means minus infinity to infinity f of x e power ipx dx. This is a Fourier transform formula. f of x equal to minus infinity to infinity f of x e power ipx into dx. What is this Fourier transform will do means it will decompose the signals. మీరు మీ ఈసీ సబ్జెక్ట్లో చదువుకునే సిగ్నల్స్ని ఏం చేస్తుందంటే ఇట్ విల్ బి డీకంపోజ్. సో వెన్ ఎవర్ Fourier transform is there, immediately you have to learn its inversion Fourier transform. Am I audible? Can anyone respond?
Yes, sir.
Now whenever you learn Fourier transform, immediately you have to learn its inverse Fourier transform. That means inverse Fourier transform of f of p, reverse. f of x Fourier transform is f of p. f of p inverse Fourier transform we are defining now. Inverse Fourier transform of f of p is given by the formula. What is that means? f of x equal to 1 by 2 pi integral minus infinity to infinity f of p e power minus ipx into dp. This is a formula. Is there anyone adding? No. So now this will be, so now this is a Fourier transform formula. When to use ఈ ఫార్ములా మరి ఎప్పుడు యూజ్ చేయాలంటే when find Fourier transform you have to use this formula. In the problem he will mention hence deduce result, some hence given anything means at that time this formula may be useful. Okay, this is a Fourier transform of f of x. Next here another formula which is a Fourier sine transform. Fourier sine transform. First is a Fourier transform of f of x. Now Fourier sine transform. That means you only extracting the sine signals. Meaning ఏంటంటే you are only extracting the sine signals. Fourier sine transform. So what is this Fourier sine transform means? The formula, it is denoted by capital F S of f of x. That means only Fourier sine transform, only sine signal we are extracting, is equal to the formula integral 0 to infinity f of x sine px into dx. That means from the given signals, we are extracting only sine signals, that is Fourier sine transform. For the given signals, you are extracting sine cos, then this is a formula. Okay, find Fourier transform of f of x annappudu, you have to use this formula. Find Fourier sine transform. Sine transform means integral 0 to infinity f of x sine px dx. Here this s indicates the sine signals. Okay. Fourier transform is denoted by capital F అండి, ఇదేదో అనుకోదు, capital F. So now immediately it's whenever you learn Fourier transform, its inverse also you have to know. So inverse Fourier sine transform. Inverse Fourier sine transform. Inverse Fourier sine transform. The formula inverse Fourier transform f of x equal to 2 by pi 2 by pi integral 0 to infinity f s of p, whatever you got this answer f s of p, దీని ఇలా కూడా రాస్తారు, this also you can write f s of p into sin px into dp. Okay, this is Fourier sine transform formula. That means whenever f of x given, f of x given is asking sine transform, this is a formula. Reverse you have to again original function f of x you want to get, that is inverse. Got my point? Have any queries, girls? Can anyone, can anyone respond? Am I, can anyone respond? Next, girls unnara? Girls, can anyone respond?
Yes, sir.
My target is to discuss the question bank question. So now Fourier Fourier cosine transform. Fourier cosine transform. So now Fourier cosine transform is denoted by fc of p, or you can call fc of f of x. fc of f of x is equal to integral 0 to infinity f of x cos px into dx. So that means you are only extracting the cos signals. Okay, it's inverse formula. Inverse. So what is the inverse means? Again you have to get original function f of x is equal to 2 by pi integral 0 to infinity fc of p. What means whatever you got Fourier cosine transform you have to write fc of p cos px into dp. So these are the formulae. These are the formulae. ఒక్కసారి ఈ ఫార్ములా రీక్యాప్ చూడండి. ఈ ఫార్ములా చూసి భయపడొద్దండి. ఫస్ట్ ఫోరియర్ సైన్ ట్రాన్స్ఫార్మ్ ఫార్ములా ఇంటిగ్రల్ మైనస్ ఇన్ఫినిటీ టు ఇన్ఫినిటీ ఎఫ్ ఆఫ్ ఎక్స్ ఈ పవర్ ఐపీఎక్స్ డిఎక్స్. యూ ఓన్లీ రిమెంబర్ దిస్, ఇది ఎనఫ్. నెక్స్ట్ ఫోరియర్ సైన్ ట్రాన్స్ఫార్మ్ ఫార్ములా. వాట్ ఈస్ ఫోరియర్ సైన్ ట్రాన్స్ఫార్మ్ ఫార్ములా? ఇంటిగ్రల్ 0 to infinity f of x sin px dx. Fourier cosine transform formula. What is that? Integral 0 to infinity f of x cos px dx. Cos px dx. Okay. These three formulae you remember. These three formulae remembered means you can able to do any problem finding Fourier transform. Okay. Have any queries, girls? Can anyone talk? Am I? Can anyone
Yes, sir.
respond? నేను ఈ టాపిక్ ఎందుకంటే మీకు క్వశ్చన్ బ్యాంక్లో సైన్ ట్రాన్స్ఫార్మ్ ఫస్ట్ ప్రాబ్లం ఉంది, మళ్ళీ మీరు చేసుకునేటప్పుడు మీకు డౌట్ వస్తుందని ఐఎమ్ డిస్కసింగ్. ఓకే, సో నా ఆఫ్టర్ దట్ ఫ్రమ్ యువర్ క్వశ్చన్ బ్యాంక్లో మీకు యూనిట్ 3లో క్వశ్చన్ ఇది. క్వశ్చన్ బ్యాంక్. సో ఫైండ్ question, what is the question means find Fourier sine and cosine transform find Fourier sine and cosine transform of f of x equal to very simple and కొంచెం లెంత్ ఎక్కువ ఉంటుంది బట్ సింపుల్. e power minus ax minus e power minus bx by x. Find Fourier sine and cosine transform of f of x. Whose Fourier transform? Sine f of x. Your Fourier transform f of x. A transform sine cosine find out చేయాలి. So we have to find Fourier sine and cosine transform of f of x. Hence, he mentioned a result. Hence, deduce that integral 0 to infinity e power minus ax e power minus bx by x sine sx dx is equal to what is that means tan inverse s by a minus tan inverse s by b. Okay, so first we have to find sine and cosine transform. After that finally we will see this result. So don't worry, we can do, just we apply the formula and we'll try to do. So now solution. First we will try to find the, in the question what is said, Fourier sine transform. First we will try to find the Fourier sine transform. Fourier sine transform. What is formula? Just now we are written Fourier sine transform formula. Integral 0 to infinity f of x sine px dx. This only, no? That only I am writing. So sine transform fs of f of x is equal to integral, s means sine transform, 0 to infinity f of x sine px dx. Okay, this formula, sine transform formula, 0 to infinity f of x sine px dx. So now after that what we are doing means, we given f of x, this is f of x. Okay, so now is equal to integral 0 to infinity, what is f of x? E power minus ax e power minus bx by x. So now e power minus ax minus e power minus bx by x into sine px into dx. Okay, this is a Fourier sine transform of f of x. Okay, so now what we are doing means, this differentiate with respect to p. దేంతో differentiate చేస్తారంటే with respect to p. So when you are doing with respect to p, x is a constant. So left side, d by dp of fs of f of x sine transform of f of x is equal to integral 0 to infinity. When you are doing with respect to p, ఈ x మొత్తం కాన్స్టెంట్ అండి, కాబట్టి అది మనం ఏం డిస్టర్బ్ చేయదు. ఈ పవర్ మైనస్ ఏఎక్స్ ఈ పవర్ మైనస్ బిఎక్స్ బై ఎక్స్ సైన్ పిఎక్స్ డిఫరెన్షియేషన్. కెన్ ఎనీబడి సే with respect to p sin px differentiation? Integral sin ax dx, sorry, differentiation. What is differentiation of sin x? D by dx of, for example, is there, sin ax is there. So what is that sin ax? Cos ax into a. What is that sin ax differentiation? Cos ax into a. So here you are doing with respect to p. నువ్వు దేంతో చేస్తున్నావు? with respect to p. So sin px differentiation cos px. When you are doing with respect to p, x is a constant into x into dx. Have any queries, girls? అమ్మాయి మాట్లాడాలి ఎవరైనా?
No, sir.
ఓకే, ఇక్కడ ఈ డిఫరెన్షియేషను మీరు ఇక్కడ కన్ఫ్యూజ్ కావద్దు, మనం పీతో చేస్తున్నాం. ఇప్పుడు ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ డి బై డిఎక్స్ ఆఫ్ సైన్ ఏఎక్స్ చేసామనుకో ఏమవుతుంది? సైన్ ఏఎక్స్ చేస్తే ఏమవుతుంది? కాస్ ఏఎక్స్, ఎక్స్ కోఎఫిషియంట్ ఏంది? ఇంటూ ఏ కదా. సో ఇక్కడ మనం కొంచెం రివర్స్గా చేస్తున్నాం. ఏం చేస్తున్నాం అంటే డిఫరెన్షియేటింగ్ విత్ రెస్పెక్ట్ టు పీ. పీతో చేసేటప్పుడు సైన్ పిఎక్స్ వచ్చి కాస్ పిఎక్స్ ఇంటూ పీ కోఎఫిషియంట్ ఎవరు? ఎక్స్ ఇంటూ ఎక్స్. ఇక్కడ ఎక్స్ కోఎఫిషియంట్ ఎవరు? ఏ, కాబట్టి ఇంటూ ఏ. ఇక్కడ పీతో చేస్తున్న కాబట్టి పీ కోఎఫిషియంట్ ఎక్స్ కాబట్టి ఇంటూ ఎక్స్. సో నౌ దిస్ విల్ గెట్ క్యాన్సల్. సో దిస్ x will get cancelled. So now this will be d by dp of fs of f of x is equal to integral 0 to infinity. So this will be e power minus ax e power minus bx into cos px into dx. Okay, next, so what we are doing is multiply integral 0 to infinity, separate it, e power minus ax cos px dx minus integral 0 to infinity e power minus bx cos px dx. So the left side is this as it is, d by dp of fs of f of x. Okay, so now we have the formula. What is the formula? Means right side integral 0 to infinity e power minus ax cos bx into dx, this formula. సో ఎవరైనా స్క్రీన్ షాట్ తీయండి నాకు, అది ఐ వాంట్ టు బి పోస్ట్. కెన్ ఎనీవన్ టేక్ దట్ స్క్రీన్ షాట్? ఇంటిగ్రల్ 0 టు ఇన్ఫినిటీ e power minus ax cos bx dx. This formula is a by a square plus b square. A by a square plus b square. So now can anybody say what is this value? E power minus ax cos px dx value ఏమైతే చెప్తారా? Can anyone? e power minus ax cos bx dx a by a square plus b square, ఈ వాల్యూ ఏమవుతుందో చెప్తారా? Can anyone? Can anyone? Girls, in a place a, p place b, so what will get? A by a square plus p square minus this will be, again apply the formula, e power minus bx cos px dx. Here a means a by a square plus b square. e power minus x cos bx ఏముంది? a by a square plus b square. సో ఇక్కడ ఏ ప్లేస్లో ఎవరు ఉన్నారు? b ఉన్నారు. సో అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది? దిస్ వాల్యూ విల్ బి b by b square plus p square. So this is a d by dp of fs of f of x. Okay, so now after getting this, again integrate with respect to p, integrate with respect to p. So integral d by dp of fs of f of x is equal to into dp, integration with respect to p, integral a by a square plus p square into dp minus integral b by b square plus p square into dp. So now integration differentiation cancel. So what will get? This will be integration differentiation cancel. Fs of f of x is equal to f of x equal to a into 1 by a square plus p square into dp minus b into integral 1 by b square plus p square into dp. We have the formula integral 1 by a square plus x square dx. Can anybody say what is formula? Girls, can anybody say what is 1 by a square plus x square integration? Amma, anyone? Can anybody respond? 1 by a tan inverse x by a. So what is this value? So now based on this, fs of f of x left side is equal to a into 1 by a tan inverse x by a. So this will be 1 by a tan inverse p by a. Okay, minus b into this will be 1 by b square plus p square. That means 1 by p tan inverse p by b. Okay, so this is a Fourier sine transform of f of x. Okay, this is your question bank question. That's the reason I am discussing. So a get cancel, b get cancel. So this value, so fs of f of x equal to tan inverse p by a minus tan inverse p by b. Girls have any queries? అమ్మాయి మాట్లాడాలి. Girls, can anyone?
Yes, sir.
So now what you got? You got Fourier sine transform. మనకు క్వశ్చన్ ఇంకేమన్నాడు? Fourier cosine transform. Find Fourier sine transform and cosine transform. So cosine ki cosine formula apply చేయాలి. So now in the next page, Fourier cosine transform, Fourier cosine transform. So again formula. What is Fourier cosine form? Integral 0 to infinity f of x cos px dx. I am only using formula and integral 0 to infinity f of x cos px dx. So now the formula Fourier cosine transform of f of x is equal to integral 0 to infinity f of x cos px dx. Okay, so now what is our f of x? Integral 0 to infinity f of x means e power minus ax minus e power minus bx by x into cos px. So now this will be again same fc of f of x. Differentiate with respect to p. differentiate with respect to p. So what will get? So fc of f of x equal to, so d by dp of, differentiating with respect to p, d by dp of fc of f of x equal to, here when you are differentiating with respect to p, this e power x is, this is constant, integral 0 to infinity e power minus ax e power minus bx by x into cos px differentiation. So with respect to p you are doing cos px differentiation minus sin px. So with respect to p, what is p quotient? X into x. Like a into a we do na, into x. You are doing with respect to p. When you are doing with respect to p, p quotient x into x. Like a, for example, you have like this. For example, d by dx of cos ax. What is that? Minus sin ax, x quotient a into a. So cos px differentiation minus sin px x into x. So into dx. Okay. So now this will be, girls. So now this my mute పెట్టుకోండి. This exercise they cancel. So there, this exercise get cancel. So therefore d by dp of fc of f of x is equal to, so now integral minus outside, integral 0 to this minus outside, e power minus ax sin px dx. Next we do one thing, this minus outside and ఒక్క నిమిషం. So what we do means, they take first this minus outside, integral 0 to infinity, ఒక పని చేయండి లేదంటే this will be multiply minus sin px into this one, integral 0 to infinity minus e power minus ax sin px, next into dx, next minus into minus plus e power minus bx sin px, okay, into dx. So it's here minus e power minus x into sin px dx, minus into minus plus e power minus bx sin px dx. So now this will be integral 0 to infinity, first this right, e power minus bx sin px into dx, next minus integral 0 to infinity this one, this integral. If you want, listen, first separate these integrals, integral 0 to infinity minus e power minus ax sin px dx plus integral 0 to infinity e power minus bx sin px dx. Okay. So now is equal to, first we write this integral 0 to infinity e power minus bx sin px dx. Next this one minus integral 0 to infinity e power minus ax sin px dx. So now the formula, this integral formula, integral so this formula, integral 0 to infinity e power minus ax sin bx into dx. What is this formula means? This will be b by a square plus b square. B by a square plus b square. So integral 0 to infinity e power minus ax sin bx dx formula b by a square plus b square. Shiva, current పోయిందా నాన్న? అమ్మాయి, can anybody respond? Girls, girls, can anybody respond? మాట్లాడతారు ఎవరైనా? అమ్మాయి,
Yes, sir.
యాక్చువల్లీ ఇక్కడ పవర్ పోయిన ఉండే. ఓకే, నౌ సియర్. సో ఇంటిగ్రల్ 0 to infinity e power minus ax sin bx dx value, what is that? B by a square plus b square. So in a b place what is there? P. B place what is there? P. So therefore it can be written as a is equal to b by, b means p, p by, so b square plus p square. Listen here. AB means b by a square plus b square. B, sine quotient, what is that? B by a square plus b square. So here what is that? P is there now in a b place. So p by b square plus p square. Next this one. Here a place a, b place what is that? P. So this value p by a square plus p square. So this all about what? This all about differentiation of fc of f of x. So differentiation of fc of f of x. So now what we are doing is integrate with respect to p. So integral d by dp of fc of f of x dp is equal to integral, so p by b square plus p square into dp integral p by a square plus p square into dp. So now multiply divide with 2, 1 by 2 integral 2p by b square plus p square, b square plus p square into dp, multiply divide to integral 2p by a square plus p square. So why I am multiplying dividing means integral f dash of x by f of x dx. This value will be log f of x. This value will be what? Log f of x. So now b square plus p square differentiation 2p. It's like a f dash of x by f of x, f dash of p by f of p. So this will be 1 by 2 log b square plus p square, okay, minus 1 by 2 here also a square plus p square differentiation 2p, a square constant 0, therefore log, so this value will be a square plus p square. So now this will be 1 by 2 common, 1 by 2 common, log b square plus p square minus log a square plus p square. Log a minus log b, log a by b. So 1 by 2 log b square plus p square divided by a square plus p square. Okay. So here left side, when you come to left side, integration differentiation cancel. So what will get? fc of f of x. So fc of f of x. So this is a Fourier cosine transform. Fourier cosine transform. అమ్మాయి హ్యావ్ ఎనీ క్వరియర్? మీకు ఏదైనా డౌట్ ఉంటే అడగండి. గర్ల్స్, కెన్ ఎనీబడి రెస్పాండ్? గర్ల్స్, ప్రణీత, రిమైనింగ్ అదర్స్, నిషా, కెన్ ఎనీబడి?
Yes, sir.
హ్యావ్ ఎనీ క్వరీస్ హియర్? Okay, this is a Fourier cosine transform. Previously what we are calculated? Fourier sine transform. ఇది వచ్చి ఫోరియర్ సైన్ ట్రాన్స్ఫార్మ్ క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేశాం. ఫోరియర్ సైన్ ట్రాన్స్ఫార్మ్ ఎందుకు ఇది డిస్కస్ చేశానంటే మళ్ళీ మీరు ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసుకునేటప్పుడు ఈ ప్రాబ్లం ఏంది అనే డౌట్ ఉంటుందని ఈ ప్రాబ్లం డిస్కస్ చేశాను. ఓకే, సో నౌ యూ గాట్ ఫోరియర్ సైన్ ట్రాన్స్ఫార్మ్ అండ్ నెక్స్ట్ యూ గాట్ ఫోరియర్ cosine transform. నెక్స్ట్ ఈజ్ ఆస్కింగ్ ఇంకొంచెం ఎక్స్ట్రా అడిగిండు. వాట్ ఈస్ దట్ మీన్స్? హెన్స్ deduce this result. సో ఈజ్ ఆస్కింగ్ టు deduce this result అంటున్నాడు. ఈ రిజల్ట్ తీసుకొని రమ్మంటున్నాడు. దిస్ రిజల్ట్ కెన్ బి టేకెన్ బై యూజింగ్ ఫోరియర్ సైన్ ట్రాన్స్ఫార్మ్. ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు మనం ఫోరియర్ సైన్ ట్రాన్స్ఫార్మ్ ఆన్సర్ చూద్దాం. సో దిస్ ఇస్ అ ఫోరియర్ సైన్ ట్రాన్స్ఫార్మ్. ఓకే, ఈ రిజల్ట్ ఒకసారి రాసుకుందాం. సో నౌ result, hence what you asked, that result is equal to from 1, this assume as a 1, from 1. So what you got from 1? fs of f of x. fs of f of x means Fourier sine transform is equal to what is that? Tan inverse p by a minus tan inverse p by b. This only now we got in a 1, tan inverse p by a minus tan inverse p by b. So now this will be what we are doing means, once here everyone, what is formula? But formula of Fourier sine transform f of x we are already written starting. What is the formula? Integral 0 to infinity f of x sine px into dx. This formula by definition this is a formula. Write this is reverse. Integral 0 to infinity f of x sine px dx equal to reverse లో రాయండి fs of f of x. okay, reverse లో రాశాం. So now what is fs of f of x? Just now you have here, this will be now. So this is equal to what is that? Tan inverse p by a minus tan inverse p by b. okay, so now what is this f of x? This f of x is given in the question. So what is f of x? So f of x is a e power minus ax minus e power minus bx by x. So integral 0 to infinity e power minus ax e power minus bx by x into sine px into dx. Our in the question, what is there here? In the question, hence deduce the result. In the p place yes is there. Okay, yes. So p equal to put p equal to yes. So integral 0 to infinity e power minus ax e power minus bx by x into sine sx dx equal to tan inverse s by a minus tan inverse s by b. Okay, this hence deduce a result. So observe, this question is a long question. First find Fourier sine transform. Fourier sine transform means we got Fourier sine transform. Okay, this is a Fourier sine transform. Next what you ask, cosine transform. Next, cosine transform. So what is cosine transform? We got this cosine transform. FC means cosine transform, 1 by 2 log. Next what he asked? He asked hence deduce this result. Okay. So we got the result. How we got the result? By taking the Fourier sine transform. Definition of Fourier sine transform. This right reverse. Okay. This is here the right side fs of f of x. Fs of f of x value tan inverse p by minus tan inverse p by p. P by b. So okay. So this we are written. ఒకసారి ఇక్కడ చూసుకోండి, ఇది ఫ్రమ్ 1 Fourier sine transform is tan inverse p by a minus tan inverse p by b. బట్ బై డెఫినేషన్ ఏముంది? ఫోరియర్ సైన్ ట్రాన్స్ఫార్మ్ ఇంతకుముందు రాసాం, ఇంటిగ్రల్ 0 to infinity f of x sin px dx. ఓకే, దీన్ని రివర్స్ రాసుకోండి. ఇంటిగ్రల్ 0 to infinity f of x sin px dx ఈక్వల్ టు fs of f of x రాసాం. దీని ఆన్సర్, వాట్ ఈస్ దిస్ ఆన్సర్? tan inverse p by a minus tan inverse p by b. Okay, put p equal to s. So put p equal to s, this result, that only our hence result. Okay, hence result. So to discuss this problem, the